Okay, class, so this is section 2.2 graded homework. Now this section here actually has 21 problems, so we're going to break this apart into two sections. So this video here is going to take care of problems 1 through 12, and then part 2 will take care of problems 13 through 21. So again, these problems will be similar to the ones you have on your homework. They won't be exactly the same. Everyone's homework is slightly different, but they will have the same general flavor to them, if you want to call it that. So let's look at these problems here. So number 1 says solve for x. So let's rewrite the equation over here on the right. So 1/4 x plus 1/5 equals 2. Now, fractions, we hate fractions. We want to get rid of them. So we want to multiply through by some number that gets rid of the fractions. So that number is the least common multiple of the denominators, in this case 4 and 5. So the LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 20. Both sides. So 1/4 x plus 1/5 equals 20 times 2. Both sides, right? So I'm going to distribute this 20 through. Notice 20 times 1/4 is 5x. 20 times 1/5 is 4 equals 40. At this point, no fractions. Now we solve this linear equation, subtract the 4 from both sides. So 5x subtract the 4, I get 36. So x is equal to 36/5. Now, over here on the problem, be careful. It says not a mixed number and no decimals. So be sure you use the fraction tool. So 36/5. And there we go. All right, question 2. Same type of problem. All right, same type of problem. So we'll come over here. So number 2, 1/5 x, actually very similar, equals -3. So again, we want to multiply through by a number to clear the fractions, the LCM of the denominators, in this case 5 and 4. So the LCM would be 20. So multiply both sides by 20. Bear with my handwriting here with this tablet pen. So I'm trying to look at the screen and draw on the tablet. So distribute the 20. 20 times 1/5, that's 4x. 20 times 1/4 is 5. Notice what I did. I almost messed up. Didn't multiply that side by 20. Be careful there. 20 times -3 is -60. I did that on purpose, so see if you'd catch me. Yeah, right. All right, so subtract the 5 from both sides. So I get -65. So x is equal to -65 over 4. So -65 over 4. There we go. All right. Question 3. Statins are used to keep cholesterol in check. There's our equation. S minus 1.4x equals 4.8. So we've got to be sure to read this problem closely. It says, given the amount of sales of statin in billions of dollars X years from after 1998. So after 1998, that's very important. According to this equation, how much did people in the US spend on statins in the year 2018? All right. So X is a number of years after 1998. So let me scroll down here. So this will be problem 3. So if we plug in X, it'll give us, and we solve for S. So we have to figure out X first. So X is a number of years after 1998. So we want 2018 minus 1998. So that is equal to 20. So X is equal to 20. So our equation then S minus 1.4x equals 4.8. Let X equal 20. So break out your handy dandy calculator. Your calculator is your friend, so don't forget. So 1.4 times 20 is 28. Add the 28 to both sides. So 28 plus 4.8 plus 4.8, 32.8. So $32.8 billion. There we go. All right, question 4. Let's scroll down the page here on my worksheet. Solve the equation for x. So again, we're solving this equation for x, but notice this equation here does not have any fractions, so that's good. So let me copy this over without making a mistake copying. Equals -11 x minus 2 minus 6. So we got a little bit of work to do here. So let's distribute the 6 through and distribute the -11. Then we'll combine like terms and we'll solve for x. So this would be 6 times x. 6 times 9 is 54, then the plus 4. -11x. -11 times -2 is a positive 22 minus 6. Now let's combine some like terms. What we got, 6x plus 58. -11x, so 22 minus 6. What is that, 16? All right. So now we need to get our x's on one side and our constants on the other. So we're going to add 11x to both sides. So I add the 11x, I'm going to get 17x plus 58 equals 16. Now subtract the 58. So 16 minus 58. 16 minus 58, -42, and divide by the 17. So -42 over 17. There we go. All right, next question. Same type of problem. We scroll down here. So again, but this time we've got a lot more fractions. So we got to be careful here. We've got a little bit of housekeeping to do, as I call it. So number 5. So we have 1/5 x plus 1/2 equals -2 times 4/5 x plus 2. All right. So before I clear these fractions, I'm going to distribute this 2 through. So I get rid of that. So I got 1/5 x plus 1/2. So this would give me -8/5 x minus 4. Now let's clear the fractions. So my denominators are 5 and 2. So another 5 over here. So the LCM would be 10. So multiply both sides by 10. Again, watch out. Be sure you do both sides. Okay, now distribute the 10. So 10 times 1/5 is 2x. 10 times 1/2 is 5. 10 times minus 8/5. So the 10 and the 5, 2. So what's that? -16x minus 40. Again, use your calculator, right? 10 times -8/5. All right. So now I'm going to bring this 16x over. So I'm going to add 16x to both sides. So it gives me 18x plus 5 equals -40. Subtract the 5. So it gives me -45 divided by the 18. So -45 over 18. Now we've got to be careful, right? Can we reduce that? So use your calculator, 45 or 18. It's the same as 5/2. So which is equal to -5/2. So -5/2. There we go. All right. Question 6. Knocking these out. So a little bit more exciting here. So this one here is the same type of problem, except now we have some variables in the denominator, but we don't care because we're going to treat these the exact same way. All right. We still want to clear the fractions. So now our least common multiple would be 8 times x. So we're going to multiply both sides by 8x. So x minus 3 over x minus 3/8, 8x times minus 1 over x. All right. So I'm gonna do this out the long way just so we don't get lost in the algebra here. This one, the x's are canceled, so I just get -8. So here, my x's cancel, so I get 8 times x minus 3. My 8's cancel, so I get minus 3x equals -8. Now I'll distribute that 8x minus 24 minus 3x equals -8. Let's combine some like terms. So 8x minus 3x is 5x. Add the 24. So 24, we get 16. So x is equal to 16/5. So there we go. Again, it's just these are not really difficult. However, there's a bunch of steps, and you mess up one step and you get the problem wrong. So really look these over if you're following along, and then ask questions, right? I'm here to help, so please ask questions. All right, let's look at number 7. Same type of problem again, right? Solving for x. So our equation, so this is number 7. 1 over x equals 9 over 4x plus 11. Now, so what's our LCM between x and 4x? Well, we could use 4x squared, but it's just 4x, right? So I'll multiply both sides by 4x. Again, both sides. So this one, the x's cancel, so I get 4 equals. I'm going to write this out, 4x times 9 over 4x plus 4x times 11. So the 4x's cancel, so we get 9 plus 44x. Okay, subtract the 9, so I get -5 equals 44x, divide by the 44. So -5 over 44 equals x. Now, it doesn't matter if the x is on the right? No, right? Same idea. So our answer is -5 over 44. There we go. All right, question number 8. Scroll down the page here a little bit. So number 8. Again, this is my scratch paper over here on the right. So the equation of the line with the x-intercept of 4 and a y-intercept of 5 can be written in the form y equals mx plus b. All right, so we're given the x-intercept of 4. So in terms of points, right, that means what? X-intercept is 4, so 4, 0. Y-intercept of 5 is 0, 5. So there's my 2 points. The slope between 2 points is the change in y over the change in x. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 5 minus 0 over 0 minus 4. So -5/4. So that's our slope. The number b, so remember, y equals mx plus b. So let's choose one of our points. Let's choose 4, 0, right? So it means y equals 0. M is -5/4. X is 4 plus b. So I get 0, the 4's cancel. -5 plus b, so b equals 5. So let's write in our numbers. So m, -5/4, b is equal to 5. All right, question 9. Scroll down. So this one says, which of the following equations corresponds to the graph? It says, hint, use the x and y intercepts. So the best way to attack these is to find the answer on your scratch paper, then come over and match it up. So we're given 2 points. This is problem number 9. Let me write this over here. So my 2 points, so the x-intercept there is -8, 0. My y-intercept is 0, -12. All right. So my slope, the change in y over the change in x, so -12 minus 0 over 0 minus a -8. Be careful with the double negative. So I got -12 over 8. So reduce that down. Again, use your calculator, right? That's 3/2. So -3/2. All right. So our equation then, right? Remember, point slope form of a line, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So let's choose a point. So we'll choose that first point, -8, 0. So y minus 0 equals -3/2 times x minus a -8. So I get y equals -3/2 times x plus 8. So y equals -3/2 x minus 3/2 times 8 is equal to what? -12. Now, come back over here and look, nothing matches, right? So remember, we got to put this into the general form. So I got to clear this fraction. So multiply both sides by 2. So I get 2y equals 2 times -3/2 x minus 12. So I get 2y equals -3x minus 24. Bring the 3x over. So I get 3x plus 2y equals -24. All right, so which one matches up? So 3x plus 2y equals -24. It's this one right there. And there we go. All right, question 10. Same type of problem, all right? It says write an equation for the graph below in terms of x. So the first thing we need to do is find 2 points on the graph that we can use. So let's choose easy ones. So it looks like it's at this point right there. So 0, 1. So this is problem 10. So first point, 0, 1. Another easy point looks like this one right here, 2, -4. So now we're going to put this in our point slope form of a line. So we need a slope. So our slope here is m equals change in y over the change in x. So -4 minus 1 over 2 minus 0. So -5/2. Now let's find the equation. So y minus y1. So we'll use this first point here. So y minus 1 equals -5/2 times x minus 0. So y minus 1 is equal to -5/2 x. So y is equal to -5/2 x plus 1. So now we're just going to make sure we type it in correctly, right? So y equals, so -5/2, oops, x plus 1. There we go. All right. Question 11. We're rolling through here. So, all right. So problem 11, same type of problem we've been solving, except now it actually gives us the 2 points. So a little bit easier. So gives us the point -4, 1 and 3, 0. So let's find a slope. So 0 minus 1 over 3 minus a -4. Watch out for that double negative. So -1 over 3 plus 4, which is 7. So -1, 7. So I'm going to use this point here since it has a 0, makes it easier. So y minus 0 equals -1/7 times x minus 3. So y is equal to -1/7 x plus 3/7. So we just got to be careful typing this in. Fractions are always easy to make mistakes. Check your work. All right. There we go. All right. Last question on this set. So number 12, find the equation again. So this is the exact same type of problem. So if you notice a little flavor to all these, once you do a couple, they're very similar. So this is problem number 12. So the points are -3, -5, and 2, 5. All right. So our slope, change in y over to change in x. So 5 minus a -5, got to be careful there. And 2 minus -3, so lots of negatives. So this is 5 plus 5, which is 10, over 2 plus 3, which is 5. So it gives us a slope of 2. That's nice. All right, so now it doesn't really matter what points we choose. I'm going to choose this one since we don't have any negatives. So y minus 5 equals 2 times x minus 2. Distribute the 2, add the 5. So 5 plus a -4 would be +1. So y equals 2x plus 1. And there we go. All right, so that's problems 1 through 12. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Please review these. If you have any questions, please ask. And look forward to set 2, which will do problems 13 through 21. All right, thank you.